I'm going to have to be a bit of a bother today. Oh shit, I didn't get my thing open. If you'll excuse me, if we go to open that real fast. I'm going to have to be a bit of a bother today and have a little bit short of stream time. Because I have things to do. As well as a friend asked me to play a game. And I also have to set up for tomorrow's, Mario part, Paper Mario Ink, because I have to re-download all that stuff. That takes a while. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit shorter. I'm gonna go back to the classic 2 hours, I think, for today. It's a little short for today, but I mean, at least I'm streaming. Hi, Lol fan, how you doing, fuck?
Judith has agreed to provide soldiers. To meet up with reinforcements.
How's it going, Chode Load? How you doing?
For Ael, the Valley of Torment. Unbeknownst to Claude, something else awaits them there.
How's your day going, Lolfant? Are you having a good day today? I just had lunch. Actually, why the stream's 10 minutes late. It took us a very long time to get back because we were out shopping. There were a lot of lines. We left an hour and a half ago, and we only got back 20 minutes ago. It was... That took a while.
Why is it so hot? I'm getting all sweaty.
Don't be a wimp. Anything's worth it for more food supplies.
Move over, Raphael. Somehow you make the heat even worse.
Let's stay calm, everyone. Once we meet up with Judith's soldiers, we can go right back home.
Do you ever just have a complete total army
that
meetup session and, you know, with lava?
They say a pillar
Lots
of
of
light
it?
poured from the heavens and completely burned away the forest that used to be here.
That sounds like
so
some
you're
cult
telling me
propaganda.
The goddess, who is supposed to be benevolent, burned a forest to a crisp? Typical.
That's what the legend would have us believe, but it's not recorded in any of the scriptures.
Either it's completely made up, or the goddess is some kind of monster. Huh? Is that?
I'm surprised, like, Cyril
Time
and...
for idle
Shamir, who
chatters
cares?
over Claude.
But I'm surprised
Look over
Cyril's
there.
just letting Claude say that right in front of
Has
him.
someone come to greet us?
That banner does not bear the Daphnal crest.
If memory serves, that's the crest of House Rowe, formerly Lords of the Kingdom. They joined the Empire's side without hesitation during the coup. And now here they are, lying in wait for us.
Damn. I thought we had disposed of all the spies.
House Rowe is mediocre and vulgar, but I hear their knights are powerful.
Ooh, my phone's dying.
What about the Daphnal soldiers? You don't think...
Man, why is it that in every single route, everything goes wrong? Hilariously enough, in Blue Boy's route, everything went fine except for Dimitri. Dimitri went wrong. If you join up with Red Boys, Dimitri just doesn't fall apart at the seams, and instead becomes fully competent and embraces the church, and a lot less people betray the kingdom, and Claude keeps the alliance together. In Blue Boys, Claude barely keeps the alliance together, but there's open fighting. And in Yellow Boys, apparently Dimitri's dead. Nobody can't prove that, but there's been reports of him being dead, and most of the kingdom has been usurped. They have performed an annexing of the kingdom's territory, and it's theirs now.
Judith will be fine. It would take a lot more than that to take her down. Everyone, prepare for battle. I leave the command in your capable hands, my friend.
How you doing? What do you think you're doing here? Where you been, man? Hey, where you going, man? How you been? You having a good day? Is today a good day for you? Are you having a grand old time? 'Cause you better be. Or else I'll be real upset with you. And you can tell I'm also having a good day, 'cause there's gonna be a shorter stream, because I gotta be busy. I gotta go. I gotta do things. And also, I gotta set up stuff for tomorrow, because the stream thing for tomorrow takes a long time. I don't think you can just drop that in chat and not have me question that. Well, alright, glad to see you're doing well. Alright, let's move on now. Excuse me, I need to actually figure out what I'm doing with my inventory, if you'll excuse me. Oh, that's right. I knew something was wrong. I knew it. I'm a smarty pants. Make it a... Ooh, we can go up to Tomahawk. Yeah. But yeah, Sonora. What happened with you? What's your neat little factoid just coming on in here about? What's you okay? Everything all fine. That's all fine, supposedly. Is there anyone I'm forgetting? Like Lorenz, no one cares about him. Ignatz, no one cares about him, but I'm still gonna fix it anyway. Actually, I do kind of need to deck him out more. And Hilda. I can get a short axe, but that wastes.
Come back.
Yeah, that's why I always post in the Discord. I always at the Yoshlings, which is the role of, hey, I want to be notified when this man does his stupid garbage. Because I never use Twitch, and that's why I have to be directly informed if someone is doing a thing. I say as if I actually watch Twitch, which I typically don't. I just don't watch streams. It seems very weird for my chosen profession path, but what can you do? Everything should be fine. We get to use a lot of Hilda and Ignatz this time because they just promoted! Oh yeah! But I think beyond that, yeah, alright. It's this map, the really easy one. Every Alale map is weirdly easy. Well, you need to be in the role, though. Are you even in the Discord? If you don't, I mean, I can specifically give you a role. There's like a bot that, like, if you opt into it, can assign you roles, but you gotta find it. Here, let me... Just gotta ask. Actually, there is a thing that... It's in the... Oh, what's it called? Server announcements. You can specifically click that, but it's a real big pain in the hiney, so... What's your name? Is your name just Sonora? Oh, it is. Oh, you already are a Yoshling. You just... Yeah, you're just not on Discord. If you're offline, sometimes it doesn't give you notifications. Other than that, I have no idea. Well, either way, it doesn't matter too much. Whatever, as long as you're having fun, you can do whatever the hell you want. Knowledge gem, okay. I think we're all set up, yeah. We save. There we go. I'll get to do more fun gaming times.
Torment. Perhaps a good place to finish off my life as a knight. Only if that puny force of children is able to kill me, of course.
So, their general must be that stubborn-looking old man. He looks like he wouldn't even forgive a sobbing child. It's good we came armed for the occasion. Care to find Judith?
Considering the fact that,
Flames are flaring.
we had a reinforcements on the Blue Boy version. That's Ash!
Hell's a terrible place.
There he is!
If you don't want to get burned to a crisp,
I found him.
What's my strategy?
Guess I'm going to say howdy to Ash. How you been, man? Hey, it's been a while, Ash. Why are you doing this, Ash?
very helpful.
Hi, Ash. Oh, he's an archer. Oh, that's a problem. Let me peg the archers. He's very scary. He has a killer bow. Very scary. And there's a chest. They don't drop chest keys. There's 2 chests on this map. I'm gonna need to restart the map. Let's see if he... Oh, considering the fact that Ash is like level 4, yeah, I would assume. Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, he is. Of course he is. I need to retreat so I can go buy things. Isn't it really nice to just... Oh, we're gonna have to watch all those cutscenes again. Because they give you the option to restart the fight, but it makes you rewatch all the cutscenes and loading screens because they like to be just a little bit sadistic. Just slip that on in there. Just be a little more difficult than it really needs to be. Oh yeah. Yo, Sonora, because this is the first time back, starting tomorrow, every Thursday, I believe, is an anniversary present. No, more so just anniversary thing of when I started doing my longer playthroughs, and I'm going back and I'm doing another playthrough of Paper Mario Master Quest. Because I'm actually a month and a half behind on that, but I thought I'd go back and tackle it again. Now that I have a new outlook on life and more people to watch me be bad. So that's gonna be fun. If you enjoy watching me long for death. I actually did not also set adjutants. I'm very glad I did this. Welcome.
Is that the one?
It's by 3.
Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Let's see here. We'll give one to Leone, and then just let her go for the far one. And then we'll give one to Byleth and have them go for the close one. There you go. And then adjutants. I believe Sylvain Dorothy is being worked through. Okay, who do I still need? Who's a little lacking in the friendship department? Claude actually doesn't have as many as he could. Lorenz, ooh. I guess Lorenz Manuela I could do. So, it's a tenuous yes. Raphael Shamir, that's guaranteed. I've been working on that one, so we'll just get that set up right now. Raphael's not being used right now, never mind. Then we have Leone Ignatz, that's happening naturally. Shamir Ignatz, sure, but it's also doing Petra Ignatz. Just because we don't talk to Petra too much. That's another tenuous yes. Lysithia and Annette we were working on. I want to see the A ranks, though. They're the most important ones. Marianne Ferdinand. You know what? Fine. Marianne and Ferdinand seems like a good one. We'll get that. Oh, that's wrong. There you are. That's one. And Hilda and Annette we were working on, but I want to go for A ranks first and focus them down. I could do Hilda Sedeth. Actually, Leone Sedeth is going through right now. Oh, yeah. Leone Sedeth. 100%, because that was a really interesting support conversation they had. Very real. I very much so liked it. Let me take his things off. And then, I think we end off with... Gotta see Cyril. Cyril's also behind. Cyril Sedeth. Cyril Shamir. Cyril can't get any, actually, because... And then it was like Hannah and Eloise, but Eloise is done. Who else can Eloise go with? Only Leone. Never mind, then. Hanneman Lindhart, actually. We never finished that one. Sure, why not? Where's Lindhart? There he is. It took way too long to find him. He has noticeably dark green hair. There we go. Mission accomplished. Now we get to actually play the game.
Steady now.
My turn.
Go boop boop. Gambit. Make everyone go real far, real fast, real good.
That's my strategy.
Throw Byleth just right at him. Immediately going on a suicide mission because archers are insta-dead. I have the Raphael gem. I can make someone immune to their flyer weakness. I'll need to do that on the side then. Alright, we would one-tap him. Yeah, actually. Wow. Byleth is kind of ridiculous.
I don't want to fight you, Professor. But this is how it has to be. There's no turning back.
Oh. There he goes. What do we want to do? Do we save Ash or do we butcher him? I remember someone specifically, it was in one of the previous playthroughs. I think it was actually in the first one. No, it was with Seteth and Flame. I did get informed how to save people, is to defeat them with Byleth. But this is the first time I'm seeing it in practice. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but it didn't play the like, the really sad death music, so...
You want to spare me? Why? I'll do it. I'll join your side. Let me fight for you.
Ash is a good boy. Unfortunately, he didn't have the, like a real explanation as to why he was doing what he was doing, but okay.
Shall we?
Time to get in there, boys. Hilda's a great knight and takes no damage. Time to just get in there. This is the Aegis shield, which normally Felix is supposed to have equipped, but when you are a great fortress knight, whatever, the shield gets bigger, so this is a very large shield. Let's see how much damage he's actually about to take because of this. 2 times 2 times 2. So that's just a big ol' 8 damage. 0, 8 again. So that's a total of 20 damage if they all hit. And she has, 62 HP and will be counterattacking that whole time. She's fine. I can also do that. That's also something I'm allowed to do. It's also especially nice because Ignatz is actually slightly lower level. Hilda needs all the XP though. Hilda is definitively less, lower level. Damn. Now what can you do? There we go. Ignatz is now caught up. Not really all that difficult. I think he's actually still a level behind. On average, but comparatively fine. And despite the fact that they can hit Marianne, they're still going for Hilda. Just because they're sadistic. And they know they'd never be able to hit Hilda, or Marianne. It's not happening.
My orders?
Oh, I did not even peg all the archers. What am I doing? This is the whole thing I was supposed to be doing, but I forgot to redo it. You know, there's actually one less archer I have to peg now, considering the fact that he's nearly dead.
Shall we?
I'm just surprised how lackadaisical that whole thing was. It was really just, oh, it's Ash! Alright. It's on our team now. Alright, cool. I guess. Thanks? Question mark. I mean, Ash is great, though. Ash is an absolute cinnamon roll, and I love him. He's just not very good in combat, which is a bit of a shame, to say the least. Get out of here, Claude.
Let's go.
And this is why flyers are ridiculous. Look where I am right now. Look at this tile.
The crest of flames! Ha! Quite full of themselves, aren't they?
Oh, you did? Oh. I don't even know what the friend... Hey, let me see here. What do we got here? What even is the friend tab? I only have a few of them. Oh, yeah, the only friends I have on Discord are people I know really well, so that might have been it. Or I just ignored it. Or I didn't see it. I don't know. It's not there now. Maybe they expire after a while. Either way, it's a very barely used function. I don't really know the point of it. Oh, I know. Actually, no. I do have a few weird exceptions. I remember what it was with the whole thing with the friends thing. I only started actively. No, I don't even see it there. Like, it's active. Either I rejected it just on instinct and forgot about it, or it expired. But I remember the whole thing is, I didn't even know there was a friend tab on Discord until semi-recently, because the only time I needed to start actively using it was when I started hosting Mario Party sessions on the Discord. The only way I was able to have people directly join my game was if they were friends with me on Discord for some reason, because that let them directly join a session in progress, which is why I have just a buttload of random, like, nonsensical friends. Even ones that I don't even, like, there's even a name or two I don't even really recognize, which is exceptionally odd. Get him, Hilda. Or just don't, you know, that's fine too, I guess. I don't know, you want to be friends on Discord, Shadora? Luffy, want to be friends on Discord? We'll be Discord friends. Oh man, I've got so many friends today.
Battle does have its...
Sure, it goes to show just how useful of a mechanic that is when I didn't know it existed, because I don't know what it does. Like, aside from the fact that it lets you join in-progress sessions of certain games, because it let me play my little Mario Party things with other people, because they could just directly join me off of Discord. Other than that, I don't know what it does. Violet is dying. Not good. Probably not a good sign. Probably gonna need to get that checked out, I would assume. Just bust out the iron bow. We don't need to go too heavy. And he's dead. Apparently I did have to go heavy. We have no option other than heavy. Here's your tomahawk. Merry Christmas. Come over here. Hit this man in the face with an axe. Or a bow. It doesn't really matter. Bap. Oh, the archer's gonna come for him. Yeah, he's living.
I may not survive.
Yeah, you're fine, Violet. Stop whining. I got a bolt axe. You see, you're fine. You got a big fancy new toy. Just don't waste it for the rest of us, huh?
If only...
That's a venom axe. Ooh, that's real annoying.
This wouldn't have happened
If only progress...
Oh lord, they're coming. Man, even though flyers have a very natural affinity-esque weakness to archers, there's no reason to bother because they have such high evasion, they typically don't even get hit anyway. Like, it almost doesn't matter that they're weak to archers because you don't take any damage. You're actually immune to every enemy in the game if you never get hit. And archers typically have bad accuracy. Like, wow. They really did not think this whole weakness thing through properly. What do we got here? Pilot's still dying. We got a big old gaggle of flyers going on up north. So we kind of just need to start picking them off one at a time. Ignore the fact that most of my army is actively standing in a crater that is currently overloaded with magma. This is fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just deciding this is the optimal location for murder.
I'm not.
I mean, you gotta sweat the details. I mean, you can't have an exciting death-to-death battle without proper ambiance. Especially if the ambiance is actively lethal if overindulged. It teaches discipline. Obviously. I mean, clearly. Come now. Judith is probably going to reinforce in the top right. I got to get Leone to the middle left as fast as possible to get the chest, because otherwise Judith, assuming this works the same as the blue boy route, will come top right as reinforcements, and then the boss will aggro and just start running at them. Especially now, because I got a lot of dudes up near the end of the path. Could she reach there? Oh, thank the Lord. Hilda desperately needs some XP, so I'm currently babying her with dancer escorts. I need to do a little bit of damage to this archer. Can I not lethal him somehow? Thank you. That is not what I wanted, Ignatz. I want Hilda to get the kill. She needs the XP. It's a good learning experience for someone who I've shafted for like 3 maps in a row. They need to do 36 damage, but not lethal damage. Very important distinction. Everything I have is lethal. I can't not kill this man. I'm too good at killing. I don't want to use Lysithia because she's just going to do even more damage. Don't crit. Look at that. The big downside of having really big damage is that if it doesn't double, it's irrelevant. Because that was a 51 fat smack, and it wasn't enough. I mean, it's more of a positive, but I'm just saying, you know? Just gonna aggro on him. Ugh. Does the boss like to move? I mean, those horses, they like to move. That's for sure. They're real into it. Oh, yep, boss likes to move. Well, that's why we're going for the flank and spank route and attempting to sneak on in and steal that treasure chest from behind them. Right from under their noses.
Proceed carefully. Let's think about this.
I mean, objectively a bad level, because it's only 2 points. But it was HP and defense, which is exactly what a tank needs. So, kind of. I don't really think it's a pass for a level like that, but I'm not really complaining either. HP is only but if you don't account for the fact that if you have HP, you don't die. I'd rather have HP than magic or luck. It still is a defensive stat. But I mean, I'd rather have a resistance or speed over HP. Even strength. Strength also fantastic. But magic, dex, kinda. That's accuracy. And charm. Luck, magic, and charm I'd want less than HP. Dex is kind of a toss-up. Luck affects crit chance, I believe. Various effects lowers enemy risk of critical hits. Other than that, I don't know. You know? All I know is luck is kind of bad. It helps with crit chance. But a lot of the time, your crit chance just naturally scales up throughout the game, probably because you're leveling up. But then you typically get axe crit plus 10, and weapons naturally get higher crit as the game goes along either way, so there's no real reason, you know? Freikugel. Why do you have a training lance? I must have picked it up off the ground at some point. Because when they're a face tank, HP gives them more H... Because the most efficient way to do a tank is to have HP and defense. Because if you have a lot of defense, the moment something uses magic damage, you die. But if you have a lot of HP and no defense, every enemy will churn through it like it's butter, and it won't really be efficient. You need both to be a proper tank, and so that's totally fine. Because with HP, even though it's not resistance, it makes your tankier against physical damage and magic damage, which is still very nice.
Does a whelp like you really expect to kill me? I am Gwendol, the Grey Lion, a knight by the hand of Count Rowe. Do your worst.
Okay. I'll do 26 damage. Is that what you want? I can do that. He is old. He's actually a really old knight. That's the whole thing. Oh, look at that. 1 damage. But also, see that 1 damage I just took? Guess what? That's that 1 point HP I just got from that level up. I effectively took 0 damage. Fuck you. Lolafan, how dare you hate upon... Bye. There we go. How dare you hate upon HP? You don't know at all anything about efficient tanking. As a man who is typically a tank in every game I play, it's... Oh, wow, Judith, you're a little late to this party.
He doesn't look to be an ally.
Oh, the hero of Daphne is here. I'll expect more from her than the young ones.
Right. Hilda's slowly getting her way up to actually having an acceptable amount of experience and murder under her belt to catch up to the rest of the team. Look at that movement. Woo, boy, that's why we gave him the Boots of Wind and the March Ring. He moves just dummy far. Completely ludicrous amounts of distance. He actually moves further than any other character I have in the party. Even Claude couldn't reach it. Silver Shield, not super worth it. Let's be frank here. So now we got a flank and spank team of the buttload of wyverns. And then we got the front runners of Hilda and the rest of the party, who are all seemingly nearly dead. Not reassuring, let me tell you what.
This success.
Giant magic. It's not bad. Not great. Not bad. Why is Hilda's horse glowing green? She is on a healing tile. So that's to let you know the enemy will be that person will be regenerating. Hilda herself is also glowing green if you look close.
I'll take it.
Witness. Oh. Witness the green. It's very diminished. Wait for it to start glowing. Now you can't see it from this view, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, you can kind of see it. There's like a green tint. You can kind of see the difference, but it's very minor.
Shall we?
Dude's gonna... You see, this dude's a boss. You can tell just because he does 14 damage through Hilda. And that's a big deal. Hilda is very meaty right now. Hilda is our main tank. Hilda is Dedue, but better level of being a tank. And I got Pavis, which halved the damage, so there you go. Oh, hi there. Hey, Judith, you wanna actually contribute to this party? We're little, powwow we're having down here? No? All right. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I've warped him. Just gonna farm up my mages, whatever. If we want to take it from Violet's perspective, Judith is all the way over there. She is out of render distance, far away. Oh no, she is rendered. It's just that her army isn't. Judith is calling to one of the flying things that you see way over there. Normally, every other time I've done this map, I haven't had a buttload of flyers. I've completely run a train on this map. Like, this map's like, oh man, craters that do damage to your units if you walk all over them. A bunch of natural hallways, because paths of lava. I'm a bunch of flyers, and they just fly over everything and completely run amok with the field, because flyers also move some of the highest in the entire game. Like, there are maybe, like, a horse unit that are comparable, but typically, flyers move further and over everything compared to every other unit in the game. They're ridiculous. And their downside of, oh man, you gotta watch out for bow dudes, because bow dudes have a buttload of range and, like, insta-kill your flyers. Not even a valid excuse anymore. Because flyers have so many ways of counteracting bow dudes, as well as having obscene amounts of evasion anyway. Flyer Emblem 3 houses. Like, I flanked the enemy in a map where enemies spawn behind me. How did I do this? How did I flank the enemy that is cheating to flank me?
I will not fall.
Yes, you will. Hush your face. Don't crit. Thank you.
decent form.
I'm not sadistic enough to do that, but I could. Someone actually has beaten Maddening Mode with only nobles and commoners, which is their starting class. So I'm not allowed to promote at all, you know? Like, whatever everyone starts with, that's what you end the game with. So nobles, commoners, so no horses, no flying, no abilities that you gain by leveling up and maxing classes, so no death strike, no dancers. Nope, none of it's real.
I'll assist you.
I don't think that would be the most entertaining of matches, but it exists.
So I have
yes. A no-growth run is... Because it doesn't really happen in this game, because if you remember in the last VOD, Hanneman leveled up and gained nothing. Because in this game, every single stat has an individual chance of going up. So, for example... okay, how it's possible is, in all the Fire Emblem games, growth rates are random, and so it becomes a lot more important to have bases, or the base stats your unit comes with, and swapping units in and out, because all the Fire Emblem games have been designed around the fact that if a unit dies, another unit can step in, even untrained, because you're getting units throughout the entire game, and in this game, how they do that, because you get all the units right at the beginning of the game, you know? So instead of that, what happens is, in this game, the bases are tethered to the class you are. So for example, if you become a Wyvern Lord and you have, like, 2 strength, it'll shoot up to, like, just a number out there, because I don't know the specific one, like 13 strength. You will immediately get to 13 strength, because Wyvern Lord's base stats are higher than yours, making you immediately get that threshold. Which is why randomly when I promote to a new unit, I gain stats, because my bases are lower than the unit's bases, and people can beat the game using just the base stats of those units.
Places. We're lucky we all made it out alive.
No. But that's what I'm saying, Lolifant. My team would still be level 1, but their stats would still be getting better. Because I'm using Wyvern Lord, Great Knight, I'm using all the final tier of units. The final tier of units is expected to be around this strong. So if you had, in theory, could have a unit at level 1 become a Wyvern Lord, they'd be just as strong as I am now. You know? I mean, I can grow stronger.
Anyway, long time no
That's
see.
a very important thing to learn about Fire Emblem. Leveling up almost doesn't matter. Almost at all. Getting a bad level up just doesn't matter. You don't need a load of save. Like, oh, you got a bad level up. The game is designed around you being able to beat the game with just your base stats, you know?
You should go back to work.
It's harder, sure, but it does happen.
Don't call me that either. Who even came up with that nickname?
It's a perfect title for a boy who loves crafty schemes as much as you do.
Magic technician. Okay.
You should be grateful to the professor. On your own, you'd look like a scoundrel of a leader.
Claude's usually so flippant, but even he gets overwhelmed when Judith is around.
As expected from the leader of the prestigious House Daphne, her dignity is beyond compare, even if she is no longer one of the 5 great lords. The 5 most influential lords of the Leicester Alliance. They hold the voting rights at the Round Table conferences. House Daphne used to be included among their ranks, but division from within has hastened their decline. Their vote has since been passed to the emerging Margrave Edmund.
Thanks for the exposition,
Marianne's dude.
Boy, I will not.
Now to business. There were some unexpected interruptions, but I've brought soldiers and supplies as promised.
Thanks, Judith. I'll gladly take them off your hands.
Hold your horses, boy. You're misunderstanding. These soldiers are precious to me. I made them what they are. I'm not about to loan them out to someone.
No? Then why did you come here?
What I'm saying is that I'll be joining your army. You're going to fight the Empire with the Knights of Seros, right? Fight for Lady Rhea? Not without me.
That's admirable and all, but we still don't know for sure if Rhea is in the...
Oh, she's there. A witness saw Lady Rhea being dragged off by the Imperial Army after the battle 5 years ago.
Are you sure your source is reliable?
One of my own saw it happen. I'm certain.
It seems we chose wisely when we decided to fight against the Empire.
But you're the leader of House Daphne. Is it okay for you to leave your territory unattended?
And what about you? Is it okay for you to leave the Regan territory unattended?
I've left it in the hands of a reliable retainer and...
And I've asked that retainer to watch over Daphne territory as well.
Wait. You just up and decided to get my retainer to do that without even asking me? No respect this one.
Oh, you haven't met him yet, Professor? His name is Nardell. He strikes me as a really special individual. And he's quite handsome, too.
So that's your definition of handsome?
No objections, then? Good. That settles it. House Daphne is now yours to command.
I'm sure you'd come along even if I refused. So be it. We'll be counting on you, Judith.
Nah, not quite. I mean, I don't know when the last time you dropped by. You might not have seen the two newest ones, but I haven't gotten any in a little while.
I'm sorry.
It's these two. These are the two newer ones.
No, it's enough.
But they're
for the
not
time being.
new,
We'll use them to secure even
you
more
know?
troops and supplies.
They're a few months old.
The key to my plan is Count Gloucester, the leader of the pro-Empire faction in the Alliance.
You intend to sway my father to join the other side?
If Count Gloucester were to switch to the other side, that would basically unify the Alliance. Then we could utilize
Those ones
our
you never
full
actually see
military
because those are
force in a
bit
fight
dono
against the Empire.
emotes. You need to donate a
Just
set
ask me
amount
to
of
persuade
bits,
him
and
to
once that bit
That would
threshold
be
is reached, which I
quite
think is like
impossible.
I don't plan on it.
like
We'll
10,000,
just
something
take
like
his
that, or
concerns out of
something.
the equation.
It's something pretty decently
The Iron
high,
River
but
flows
once
along the
you
border
do it,
between
it's there
Gloucester
permanently. You
territory
never
and the
lose
Empire,
them,
right?
you know?
Of all the
Because whereas
bridges that
subscription
cross,
badges,
the Great
they
Bridge of
fade
Murden
if
is the
you
only
stop
one near
subscribing.
Gloucester territory
Bit
large enough for
badges
an
and
army.
emotes,
Currently,
they never
the
go away.
Imperial Army occupies
Unless
it.
I do it, but why would I do that?
If we were to capture the bridge,
Count Gloucester would be
Which
freed
are those
from
two,
the threat of the Empire.
which is why almost no one
thanks
has
to
them.
us.
but we have to pass through Gloucester territory to reach the Great Bridge of Murden, do we not?
Yes, and if we attempted it, naturally he would try to stop us.
I am sorry, but I must ask. Surely you do not plan to engage in combat with my father?
Don't worry. I want him as a future ally. What good would it do to waste both of our forces fighting? We can't be stealthy with so many people, but I have a scheme. Preparations are already in the works.
So the master tactician is finally going to show us his true power. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll do my best to live up to that name by making my scheme as impressive as possible.
Alrighty, there we go.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River. The Alliance army successfully rendezvous with Judith in Aelel. With the addition of House Daphne's forces, the time has come to invade Empire territory.
Alright, game time. Chop chop, get to the content. Game. I'm only gonna have another hour or so. Probably gonna just get through the month, maybe do a paralog, probably call it
Preparations
that.
are complete. Now it's a game of patience. As they say, good things come to those who wait.
Care to elaborate on this plan of yours, Claude? Can we really do this without battling my father?
Pretty soon, Count Gloucester will need to gather his troops in the northern part of his territory. You got it, Teach.
The combined forces of the Regan and Daphne houses will threaten the northern part of the Gloucester territory. Nardell, that retainer I mentioned, is going to draw their attention.
We'll take that opportunity to make our way through Gloucester territory and launch a surprise attack on the Great Bridge of Murden.
And are you not concerned about the possibility that I may tip off my father?
The future of the Alliance rests on this battle. I'm certain you won't betray us.
I will ensure our success.
I know you will. If we can win this fight, then our next goal will be to topple Enbar, the Imperial capital. I said before that my plan was to meddle with the Empire, but I'm gonna do you one better. We are going to defeat the
Dude,
Empire
he's already
once
getting
and
ready
for
to
all.
march on the
But to do
Empire.
that,
Like,
we can't
every
afford
other
to
route
slip
had a
up
full
here.
handful of
Bear that in
battles. You know,
mind
you
and
had to deal
prepare
with the other
yourselves for
one.
the coming battle.
Nah, we're going for game, like, before the 3/4 mark. We haven't even done the Battle of Eagle and Lion round 2. Oh boy, it's Index Day. Index Day. And
I'm not sure I
worthless.
should sing with everyone. I'm not great.
Is this...
Great, it gave me 2 people I both don't use and who don't heal. Ah, yes, Felix, a well-known and efficient healer. He's my cleric.
Professor, I asked to be on the sidelines. Why did
Oh,
you put
that's
me
a
on the
holy shit!
battlefield?
That's a phone call. Give me a segundo. Let me check on that. Be right back. Alrighty. Yeah, that's just more confirmation that I do need to have this be a shorter stream. Don't worry about it. It's me things. But, yeah. There we go. Carry on.
You did protect me, so I guess
Hopefully we don't get another one of those.
Wait a second.
Because I do
that
just,
hurt.
I
Did that
randomly
happen
just
when
get
you were
fun
defending
phone
me?
calls from spam or some garbage. It's a busy month. Ugh.
Oh, I thought so. How could you be so reckless? Perhaps you'll say that that's what friends do. They look out for each other and save each other. But if I saw you getting attacked, I wouldn't risk my neck to save you. No, don't overestimate me. I don't know if I've told you this, Professor. I have a very impressive big brother. I'm not just saying that. He's strong, smart, nice.
We have never seen the brother, so he's
basically
probably a fake
perfect.
person. He's not a real boy.
Before Claude turned up, people talked about him becoming the next leader of the Alliance. Don't mention that to Lawrence, by the way. He never shuts up about that kind of thing. Anyway, my parents have high expectations for my brother, and he almost always meets them. No one expects anything of me, If something's even a little bit difficult, I find someone else to do it for me. That's what I've done my whole life. Of course! I can't stand the idea of not meeting someone's expectations. I know how people react when that happens. From watching my brother, I mean. People force their expectations on you, and then if you fail, they look so disappointed. Whenever that happens to my poor brother, he looks just devastated.
Here's a pro tip for all you at home.
So
Don't
expect
care
me
about
to
what other
please.
people think.
That way,
Ignore their
I can't disappoint
expectations. You do you. Live by the seat of your own drum.
You're stubborn. Okay, fine. Keep believing in me. I do want to support you and support my friends. I just don't want to let you down.
Alright, I guess. There we go. They've now talked to each other. Nice job. Good work. We have successfully run our mouths at one another and achieved homeostasis. Everyone done with that whole certification things? I think so. What are our paralogs? Oh yeah, that one. It's the Rhea one. We'll deal with that later. Also, I see you lurking, Weevil. Don't think I don't see you, Susan, on here. How you doing, man? Don't think you're gonna get out of here without being welcomed. You think I'm just not gonna say hello to Weevil?
It looks like people are slow. I guess they feel safe. Peddlers have become more common too. After being run down for all this. Excuse me. Could you do me a favor?
There's no way you will not escape the welcoming. The welcoming will happen with or without your consent. And you will feel warm. You will feel appreciated if it's the last thing I do. Amorphous. I don't know what amorphous is, but yeah, I'm putting it in the ground. Whole bunch of that amorphous. You know how it is. You guys know.
No.
You know how it is to amorphous. Question mark. And back to support conversations we go. Marianne, Ferdinand, are they done? No, not quite, but they're getting there.
Marianne, are you not going to pray?
I finished. What is it?
I just wanted to
Infinite
apologize.
blue. I will get my... I can't... I'm in recession.
You did nothing wrong.
I need a hit of blue,
Last time
but
we
I
spoke,
cannot keep
I did not
planting
quite
blue,
finish saying
because
what I wanted
otherwise
to
I won't
say.
be able to feed
You say
myself.
I did nothing wrong.
So it's either
perhaps
take a hit
you
of
will
blue
hear
and
me out this
starve,
time?
or actually use the garden to grow food, and lack
Rather
out
than
on
mourning
blue.
the way things are, is it not better to accept reality and move forward from there?
Accept and move forward?
Precisely. You curse your heritage and reject your present situation. That makes you gloomy, even despairing. As long as you are held back by that way of thinking, nothing is ever going to change.
What about you? Do you really believe that you accept whatever comes in life?
I do. Come what may, I will never falter.
How?
Well, each person is born with a purpose. We must fulfill that purpose, no matter our circumstances. It imbues our lives with meaning and direction. That is what I believe, anyway. Everyone has something they are meant to accomplish. That is true for nobles, commoners, even bandits.
I see. So that's what you believe.
Your purpose is to be butchered in
really
Chapter
think it's
2 of
possible
Fire
that
Emblem
someone
3
like
Houses.
me has a
I'm
purpose
sorry
to
to say, but that's just how it is.
Yes, of course.
That's your purpose in life.
I'll give this some serious thought. Thank you, Ferdinand. Your words have deeply moved me.
Is that so?
Your purpose is to be Bernadetto's
I will pray
first
that you
kill.
find the answers you seek.
No, that's not a fulfilling existence. Alright, friendship time! Who went friendship? Friendship time! Woo! Who's ready for friendship? Yeah! Alright! Claude and... Ooh, Ingrid's done. So, because we've moved past Flame, Claude Flame. Oh. Oh, and they are able to stomach this at minimum.
My brother used to scold me for being too picky.
Eating is life. Literally, you die without it. And I'm always happy to share it.
I'm not super picky, except for when I am. I like a large variety of foods with some very specific subsets, but any food in those subsets I just can't stand. And that is a very nebulous term for I wouldn't even know how I describe what I do and don't like. I just like a lot of things. Lorenz and Mercedes is done. Lorenz Catherine. Let's see. Wait, no, I think I can use Catherine. Okay, we'll work through. We'll see what everyone needs. Lorenz Catherine, Raphael, and Shamir. Ignatz and Petra. Lysithia, Annette. Marianne, Ash. Or Marianne Ferdinand, Marianne Hanneman. Marianne's almost done. Marianne only needs to get A rank with Hanneman, Ash, Ferdinand, Hilda, and Claude, and she's done. I will have seen every single possible support conversation with her. So I'm going to focus her down. I want to get her done, you know? Then I won't need to continue to worry about her anymore, and that'll be way easier to manage. So she's priority number 1. Marianne, Ash, Hilda... Marianne Ferdinand, then Hilda Caspar, I guess, because Annette's being used. Leonie and Leonie can... No, Leonie Sedith was really good. Okay, we'll just... I'm planning too much. I just gotta act. I'm not good at this. Leonie Sedith, sure. We'll just start with that. And then Raphael Shamir, I know. That's another one.
That looks...
It's not...
Man, I am very interested to see the absolute web of marriages we're going to get at the end of this game. Because if any two characters have had an A rank, they can have an epilogue together. Get married or have a bromance for the rest of the game, which is really interesting to see how that's going to pan out. Hanneman and Linhart.
You know, sometimes I forget to eat.
This is...
Some people get married, some people don't. There are some gay people. Off the top of my head, who I know is gay, Mercedes, they're bi, technically. Mercedes, Dorothea, Lindhart, Edelgard, actually. I think Marianne, maybe? I'm not certain. It depends with Fembilith. If Fembilith can have an S rank with them, then it's probably gay. Some of them are bromance, though. Like, I know Dorothea, Mercedes, Edelgard, and Lindhart are totally the sexual orientation of S-Links. So we have Cyril. I kind of want to finish Cyril Shamir, but Cyril and Shamir is currently being Raphael'd right now. So that means Cyril and Mercedes? Sure. Cyril Mercedes.
I've got food to eat.
This is...
Now I gotta work through it. Lorenz and... I think we're doing Lorenz Manuela.
My pastimes? Well,
Small.
One thing I do need to see is Dorothea Sylvain done? No, so I can still work through that. So next, Ignatz and Petra, I believe I was doing. I do believe so. I'm running out of food again. You can already tell. I'm starting to run through the dishes real fast.
I'll fund the...
I would be...
And then we have Lysithea and... Already done Lysithea Felix. Lysithea Annette, get that one finished. Oh, Lysithea doesn't like food, that's right.
Eating delicious.
And we have the final two, who is Marianne and I think we're doing Ash. Marianne, Ferdinand, Marianne, Ash are the two I'm focusing down. I think I've already done Ash, so it would probably be Ferdinand. No, Ash is still available. And so is Ferdinand. What the fuck? Who's using Ferdinand? Someone is going with Ferdinand, I know that. Was it Hilda? Was it Hilda Ferdinand? It was Hilda Ferdinand. Okay, Marianne, Ash, Hilda Ferdinand. The only reason I haven't been able to do Ash before now is because Ash hasn't been in the party! Ash hasn't been in the party till now, and so I haven't been able to do any support conversations with him. He only just rejoined the party, because if I did not defeat him with Byleth, he unironically would have died last map. Oops. And then it's Hilda Ferdinand.
It's kind of
delicious.
Now we do more support conversations. Lindhard Hanneman's finally done.
Professor Hanneman, do you have a moment?
Linhardt, of course.
Last time we talked, you mentioned the importance of having goals. I gave it some thought, and in the end, I couldn't find one.
Well, no need to panic. Sometimes a goal can reveal itself to you without warning.
What's your goal, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, mine? I want to create a world where everyone can access the power of crests, where no one has to suffer from having or not having that power.
Huh, that's a pretty big dream. But then wouldn't you end up studying everyone? In that world, you'd be killing yourself trying to do research on every person alive.
Ah, you may be right. But at least then, we wouldn't be the only ones taking such pains. The more people who have crests, the more people who will do research. And with more students, the research will progress far faster than it is today. That also means there would be less of the back and forth you don't have the energy for, which should make you happy.
Maybe so.
Does that still do nothing to pique your interest?
To be brutally honest, it would be way less exhausting, but less satisfying as well. That's like fishing at a market.
So you at least understand that much. That is why I do research. If someone's going to see results someday, then I want it to be me. That's a thought that keeps me moving forward, even when it is difficult to do so.
That sounds like enthusiasm. That's not something I have. But if we work together, I wonder if it would spark that enthusiasm.
Are you saying you would agree to study crests?
I'm
with your
astounded
old
these
professor?
two do not have an A rank.
In the end, I
They're
think
the
it would
only
probably
two
be more
crest
interesting than fishing
scientists,
around. I don't even
man,
have anyone to show
in the
any fish I
entire
catch.
game. How do they not just have an epilogue where the two of them just crack down on crestology? That seems so easy. Just bang, boom, bam, do one more conversation, epilogue writes itself, done. Doesn't even need to be a romance thing. That could literally just be the two of them saying, hey, let's do our jobs, but really good. Yeah! And you're done. It's just that easy. Yeah, that's why Cyril, that's the thing. His specific ability is plus 20% to every single growth in the game. Sounds really good, but then you remember, the people who gave him this ability also decided his growth rates. And that's not, and Lawfan, it's not saying that growths are bad. Growths are important. That's what makes certain characters better than others. Because unless you are specifically doing no growths, in which case the moves they have are more important, growths do kind of matter. Like, a good example is, specifically Caspar and, what's her name? Ingrid are both good units, but only if you recruit them outside of their default houses. No. So, okay, so what it is growths don't reset or anything. The reason the class basis exists is it only affects you if your current stats are lower than the class's bases. It'll bump you up, but then you can just keep leveling up and getting stronger beyond that. What I'm saying is, the reason Caspar and Ingrid are only good units outside of their default houses is Caspar and Ingrid have bad strength growth. So when they level up, they get less likely to have strength points, which means over the course of a game, they will have less strength than other units, so they do less damage. But if you recruit someone from another class, like I've never used Caspar, but if you look at his level, he's level 13. He starts with B ranks and fists, axes, and a little tiny bit in lances. Also, if you look at his stats, you can see his strength is way higher than all of his other stats. That's because when you recruit a... Oh, actually, I did give him one fight, now that I think about it. We did give him one fight against the Death Knight, if you remember, which is why he has the Devil Axe. But that's besides the point. The main thing is that I've pretty much never used him. Oh no! Lollifant, the stats getting bumped up when they reach a new rank thing is almost irrelevant. That's very rare for it to actually matter. I typically get like 1 point in one stat, you know? The highest I've ever seen was like a +6, and that was like on a mage to defense, which is a worthless stat anyway. Cyril, now that he's at the final rank, which you're talking about, won't get any more buffs. So his growths will now take over 100%. But finishing my original point, like, you can see Caspar's strength is way higher than his other stats, despite the fact that he has a bad strength growth. If you recruit someone from another house, they gain stats, because it attempts to simulate them, you know, having done stuff for their other class before joining you, Caspar and Ingrid have the same exact thing where they have bad strength growth. But if you recruit them from a different house, they gain a buttload of strength. So their strength growth doesn't matter as much. But if they had good strength growths, you wouldn't need to do that. Like, he has 16 strength because if you made him a fist person, his strength is so important to have good. Whereas you can have someone like Sylvain. Sylvain learns the move Swift Strikes, where when he hits someone with a lance, it guaranteed hits twice. That's something that's just good no matter what his growths are. So getting him to, like, be competent is good, but if you were using only bases, he's always going to be okay, because he's applying the class base stats as well as the weapon he's using twice, guaranteed. So his speed doesn't matter, because it always hits twice, and the strength doesn't matter as much, because the base stats of the class he's going to plus the weapon he's using means he's always going to do good damage. And that is actually what determines whether or not a unit is good in this game. Every unit can murder people. Some of them are just more efficient if you get unlucky or rank them up into the wrong class. Or are a unique situation like Caspar or Ingrid. They don't gain very much strength, but if you recruit them, they gain a buttload of strength, and that, like, they just get like a lump sum of strength of the game, then it slows down over the course. There's a bunch of little stuff like that. That is how people are psychotic and play this game, and they can, like, master the game, you know. No growths, Commoner Noble exclusive run, where, you know, they use only growths. Like, Commoner Noble exclusive run is the opposite of no growths, where Commoner Noble is only growths, because you never get an increase to your bases, you know? And so there's a lot of different ways to play the game. You can have some fun with it. Anyway, I need to train my students. Wow, Leonie is so far behind. Oh, and another thing that also doesn't matter, stats, it's when you train a unit, they get better with that weapon, like lance prowess, sword prowess, like, so it'd be like sword prowess, sword crit plus 10, sword fair. Those all make you do more damage or use the weapon more efficiently, so the actual stat line you get from it is kind of irrelevant. That's what, the reason these systems exist is if you get unlucky, a bad level up doesn't end your run. But if you do get lucky, a good level up makes your run better. Leveling up is more stats you don't need, but they make the game easier, you know? That's pretty much how Fire Emblem is mainly designed. Then it's like how to use, and then there's also like it's an actual strategy game. You kind of have to adapt your strategy as you go along, getting a bad level up.
I'm here.
You know, well, maybe I can, like,
take you up on your
and that's what permadeath was originally meant to be. You can sometimes make a tactical choice of this unit starting to fall off. I got something better. You can, if you needed to, strategically sack that unit to gain massive benefits in a fight. If you weren't going to use them anymore anyway, or some such like that. Or even just getting straight out unlucky, you know? And a dude gets random crit. It's like, oh, it's your best unit. Oh man, he died. Darn. But the game's not over. You gotta press on. And that's why I was able to beat the Lynn Hector Ellerwood game, despite the fact that all of my good units kept dying. I genuinely autopiloted this tea time and I was not paying attention. But yeah, that's actually why, like, in permadeath doesn't really benefit the series anymore. They've done so, because, like, how this game in particular is designed, letting a character die just isn't even really a tactical choice anymore. It's just a punishment. Because the games in the olden days kind of expected you to carry on, lest you have to load a save and punish yourself if you really wanted to keep that unit. But in this game, you just hit the undo button. Like, it just doesn't do much for the game anymore. It's just a minor inconvenience where it's, instead of, oh, my unit dies, I have to restart, it's, oh, I ran out of divine. It just gives you more chances to fuck up, making the game easier, you know? Now, I'm not saying the Divine Pulse is a bad system. I'm just saying the game has kind of gotten its edges rounded over the course of the years that kind of need to tweak it a bit. And I still do have permadeath, of course. I'm just saying, like, you know, there's some weird design that's a big problem with this whole game. And even modern Fire Emblem. Not even a massive problem. I'm just saying the game is very story-focused nowadays. And that was the problem I had back in Awakening, which is why I didn't like permadeath in these story-focused games. Of, I'm not going to have a character permanently die and deprive myself of all of that content. Because imagine if right at the beginning of the game, Marianne died. We never got to see her paralogue. We never got to see any of her support conversations. And we lost our dancer. That's just a bad time. That's so much interesting content we're losing out on. But in the olden days, units had like 5 lines of dialogue total, unless they were integral to the story, and in which case they typically don't die. Because or the game ends, like, because they're the main character. Oops. But anyway, Claude and who? Shmir's taken up by Raphael. Annette's taken up by whoever. And Petra's taken up, so I guess it's Claude Flame.
Eating is life. Literally.
This is new.
We have Lorenz and Manuela.
My pastimes?
Small.
And then we have Raphael and Shamir.
Food tastes better.
Then we have Ignatz and Petra. Oh, Petra doesn't like food. How could I forget? Common mistake. And Ignatz doesn't like food. How could I forget? Oh, so wasteful. Ignatz, come on, man. Ah, so wasteful having to cook this. At least they both like it. That's at least nice.
I would be like
this.
And now we have no food, but also Lysithea and Annette, I believe. Yes. Lysithea, Annette. Where are you, Annette? I require your mouth to be fed food. There you go. I require you to receive this, what looks
really
like peach ice cream. It's not really a meal. but it's sweet, so I mean it checks out. Marianne and wasn't someone else? It was Hilda and Ferdinand. So Marianne and Ash, they're wholesome. Thank the Lord for actually having. I can actually do Hilda Ferdinand right now. They're right here.
It's kind of.
Now we can do Marianne Ash. Oh Lord, look at the food. Oh, running low. That actually worked out surprisingly well. They actually both like the fishy food. But I am like out of food, so that is something to keep in mind.
Somehow everything tastes better with company.
I'm sorry.
And we have Leone. Leone Sedeth. That was a really good one. I was a big fan of it.
That looks.
It's nice to share a meal with.
And we have Hanem and Cyril. But I'm almost out of food, so we might even not even get. Might even not even. Mercedes Cyril. Cyril doesn't like any of it. Well. Huh. Hanneman and... Ooh. Oh, that's right. We're, like, out for him because Annette's being used, Sedeth's being used, Dorothea actually isn't being used. That's valid. But, yeah, Dorothea doesn't like it either. Well... Scrounge for food? No. Go buy food? Of course. Also, I need to go fishing again. Oh, Lord. I mean, I am gonna have to end the stream soon anyway. I might.
Right.
Is there any food lying around here? Because those blues,
Hello
they
there.
got...
This one, yes?
They got food in them
This one, yes?
occasionally.
I
And as
think
much as
one,
this
yes?
place doesn't have like a
I think
Kroger's,
this one, yes?
I can't run down to like Walgreens and get a bunch of apples. Get out of here. I'm trying to find food. Do you know where Fred Myers is?
Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome. You have a good eye.
I'm gonna make a run down to like
You
Safeway.
have a good eye. You have a good eye. Okay, come again.
That's the best I can do. Do you sell food?
Welcome.
Anna, please. Anna, is it elixir food? Can you put that in your mouth? I'm actually gonna have to do a lap of the monastery and look to see if there's food, because some of those blues can have food. I will find it. I will. You all can't stop me. I'm doing it now. I need to feed my students. They're starving. And it's my opportunity as the teacher to feed them. I'm not just gonna let them go hungry. Funny joke, Mark. I did not hit her. I did not. Well, hi, Mark.
Professor.
Get out of the way. What are you doing? Get out of here.
Oh. Really?
Has anyone got a fish stored away somewhere? Some dude hooked like a 2-month-old apple somewhere? I'll find it. I need it.
Hey there.
Sweet apple blend. We'll put a leaf in here. I'm gonna eat that. But I have to drink it, and drinking doesn't count as food for some reason. I can't be better friends with people. Someone's got to be storing somewhere. Raphael has to have a stash somewhere, right? Raphael's into that weird shit. He's got sweet hickory smoked barbecue bacon tortilla chips. He's got to hide it somewhere. You fat piece of shit. Where is it? I'll find it.
Of course.
Where are you storing them calories, boy?
Maybe.
Is that a dead? Oh, those are 3 cats. I thought that was a corpse. Don't have your cats looking like corpses, kid. I wouldn't recommend it. That means we need to eat Raphael and get the nourishment back into society. He's hoarding it all for himself. His innumerable greed is hiding the illustrious wealth. Remember when I did this every time on my first playthrough? Where I would do an entire lap of the monastery just to get as much random small bits of crap? I remember those days. Those were the good old days.
Hey, you.
The main reason I did it is because not only did they give me lost items, which helped me not get to know the characters and build and that gate's gone, and build friendship points with the characters, but it also upped my teacher rank. So if I ever did a subsequent playthrough, I'd probably do it again. Like an actual non-New Game Plus playthrough, where my teacher rank isn't always max. Actually, now that I think about it, in the story right now, they are having they were having food shortages. So it does actually ring true. Actually, I'm going to talk to Ash.
It's thanks to you that I'm here now. I owe you, Professor. You saved my life. I swear I'll do all I can to repay that debt.
Did not ever talk about why he was on the bad guy's side. He just joined. He's like, oh, I guess I'm on the bad guy side. Yeah, alright, that checks out.
Okay.
We the bad guys. Yeah, there's almost no blues. Time skip is very drab when it comes to having things. But but now let's actually go see if buying those bits of pork and random chunks of meat are enough to make a new dish. I also did not thoroughly check the lunchroom, which only makes sense. There's nothing in here. But yes, I can make 5 of this. That's perfect. Wow. That works pretty well, doesn't it? It sucks that Hanneman doesn't like it, but Hanneman can shove it right up his hand and ass. Cyril Mercedes. Hanneman. Yeah, actually, no, it better be the other way around. Oh, Hanneman doesn't like this either. There you go. Hanneman needs it because he needs the morale. Dorothea can totally deal with not liking it.
I'm pretty sure I don't like this, but I'll be okay, as long as it's edible.
You should continue eating.
Is that shrimp? Does she not like fried shrimp? That's a genuine question, as I've never had fried shrimp. I've heard it's good. Cyril, Mercedes. And we're gonna do some support conversations and probably call it for today. Shorter stream, but that's because I'm a busy boy. And I need to go do things.
I am having a request.
And I need to set up for tomorrow's stream.
For me?
At least we did still get progress. We did a story mission, and we've done another buttload of support conversations.
That's a lot of pressure. What's it about?
I want to borrow your lens. Your glasses. I have curiosity.
Oh, you want to try my glasses? All right.
I have so much gratitude. I will be trying them now.
So, Petra, what do you think?
The world appears blurred. Oh, my head feels dizzy.
There is a unique
The
sprite for
danger
her wearing
being
glasses.
sick is now very high.
What? Petra, take them off. If you lean on me that hard, I'm going to... Ah!
As a man who has worn someone's
How are you
glasses,
feeling?
you do not instantly feel like you're going to
Much
vomit.
better now. You have my thanks.
You're welcome? I guess you shouldn't wear glasses unless you need them.
Yes. I do not have friendliness with glasses. Like heroes' relics, only certain people can be using them.
Glasses are like heroes' relics. What a funny thing to say.
It is not for a joke. I was saying the truth. Your glasses are only for you to use. But I give thanks for you showing them to me.
Petra's always so serious. Relics, glasses. I never thought about it like that.
Imagine being so weak-blooded that you need to look through sand to use your eyes. Weak. We're gonna save that one. That one's best.
Oh, you're still here? Lysithia, hi. Did you forget something? I did. What are you reading? Just something I found. Though there are things in here I don't quite get. Is that the Compendium of Light and Dark? It is! Amazing how you could tell that just from a glance at the cover. I've read it so many times, I have nearly the entire thing memorized. That said, it does seem to take liberties with some topics, so be aware of that while you're reading it. Wait, really? Yikes. Thanks for the warning. You've got quite the stack of books here for only wanting to brush up on one thing. I knew you were a hard worker, Annette. No, not as much as some people. Sorry. There I go again. It's alright. In getting to know you, I've taken some time to self-reflect. I used to think that I worked harder than anyone. But I'm not so sure anymore. I have to work even harder to keep pace with you. Oh no! But then I'll have to work extra hard to keep up with you! Well, if you work extra hard...
Can I end this? Can I take back the thought process of attempting to finish this support conversation?
Super duper quadruple extra hard it is! Okay. That's
I mean, it fits in with Annette's character.
Forever, but we've got better things to do.
Doesn't mean I like it, though.
Sorry. It's fun to see you get carried away like that, though. I'm glad we had this chat. I feel excited to continue working super duper extra hard now. I'm lucky to have someone like you around to inspire me.
God, it feels like this conversation in particular should have happened before the time skip. Because it feels like it's Lysithia being able to be allowed to act as a kid, which would definitely add to the, add to the whole thing. But this is a post-time skip one. I mean, I think. I actually don't know if this one's locked to post-time skip.
I'm gonna surpass you.
I might be full of it.
But before that, could you explain this part of the book to me?
Assuming this one is available pre-time skip. Alright, that checks out. But otherwise, that's a no from me. Either way, it was overall meh. Now we get the cool one.
Hello again, Sedith. Oh, full basket. Big catch?
Indeed. Thanks to you, I now know all about the proper use of bait.
Even so, that's quite the haul.
I have developed a few tricks of my own as well. In my enthusiasm, I may have gotten a little greedy.
Oh, yeah?
Once I started to catch fish, I began to pay very close attention to the number I had caught. I hear it is not uncommon for one to become a little preoccupied with that sort of thing. And when I recalled the prospect of having what I caught cooked for me, the challenge was too tempting to ignore. But alas, it seems I have gotten a little more preoccupied than is appropriate for my age.
Well, that's only natural. Seeing what you've already got just makes you curious how far you can take it.
It has made fishing an even richer experience for me. And for that, I must thank you.
Don't mention it. Actually, I should thank you too.
Oh?
Yeah. Used to be, I only ever fished for food. Lately, though, I've been coming here just to relax. I do still eat the fish, of course, but I appreciate fishing in a whole new way now.
Seems we have both made worthwhile discoveries. So which is it today? Hunger or relaxation?
I'd only planned to take it easy, but seeing all you've caught has definitely made me hungry.
I had planned to bring all of them to you regardless. Take as many as you please.
Hey, thanks. In that case, why don't we eat together? You can leave all the cooking to me.
Again, I'm a big fan of these. They're just two people talking and sharing a hobby. It's so simple, but I'm such a fan of it. Man, I wish the game... Okay, I mean, I guess there's an argument to be made for, oh man, it's a one-off kind of thing. It's a rare experience. You cherish it more. But it does really feel like these two characters are genuinely just growing together closer by just sharing a hobby. That's really cool. I do like that. It makes Seteth more human. It really doesn't even develop either of their characters. They just like doing things and they learn more things about their hobby. That's good. I like it. It makes me happy. It makes me a good and happy man. And thus I'll probably go fishing myself to get more food so my students do not starve to death. But that is for next week, is tomorrow's Paper Mario, assuming I can get it set up. Oh, I don't have it set up on this computer. Getting the Master Quest mod set up always has been a massive hassle, but needs to be done. So anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and thank you for the stream.